I like to think that there are two things which are an inherent part of every step of the way of interpersonal communication. Firstly, we have the verbal element, and then we have the feeling that comes along with it. There are many people who claim to be the most positive of people. There are many people who claim to be happy. There are many people who claim to want the best for others. But at the same time, they exude this very negative energy. And this is a great example where you can see this in action. Somebody who tells you nice things verbally, but you have this weird feeling in your stomach when you talk to them. You know that what they say, they don't really mean. You know there's something up with them. This feeling that comes along with it, I took the liberty to analyze it for myself. As far as I'm concerned, obviously, I'm no psychologist. Basically, the feeling, whether you feel good or bad about something, is the same as whether there is stress or not. If, on the subconscious level, one creates stress or seeks to create stress, if there is some disagreement they like to address, then everybody feels a bit less comfortable, because this is a feeling that jumps from one person onto the other. The way of transferring, I believe to be that there should be a certain momentum in every human interaction, and if somebody just sabotages this development, or somebody displays no interest in taking part in this, then the other person feels this too, and they feel also less easy. And as a result, they also feel bad in the end. So if we think about these things, we have a second element which isn't verbalized. So at the same time, when somebody tells you that they wish all the best to you, but at the same time, by their body language, by the reality that they don't really want to speak to you on equal terms, they tell you they hate you. And I believe those are two elements which are necessary to be considered when building any sort of relationship with anybody. Does the other person sincerely wish me well and like me? If this is not the case, if it's just only verbalized, oh yeah, we're friends, oh yeah, I wish the best for you, blah, 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 happy birthday, then I believe that this isn't the whole picture. Besides the verbalized expression of one's feeling, there also is this other way of analyzing the other person. And that is, if they let you finish, if they're interested in listening to what you have to say, if they wish you well, if they want you to succeed, if they want to have a dynamic conversation with you. All sorts of small factors. Now, I might be wrong, but I believe women are more perceptive to this than men, as according to certain sources I've read on the internet about human psychology, women like to hint things more than men do on the average. Needn't be, but this is what they say. And I like this example because if you hint something, you don't really verbalize it. You just sort of brush over the topic slightly. And with this in mind, this is exactly the same as you would express a negative feeling about somebody via your body language. It's basically displaying disapproval by action. So these two components might seem like very small details, but I like to think that in certain environments they are not in congruence at all. I have seen many families, many sort of relationships where there's obvious stress. There's one leader and one follower. And within this relationship, anytime the follower doesn't want to fall in line, the leader creates stress. None of this is verbalized, but it's sort of understood. And I think the reason why these things can function is because nobody addresses them. Nobody likes to verbalize these things because they would have to be the first one to do so. And basically, I would say anybody who lives their life in a relationship of the sort, not a romantic relationship, I mean any sort of friendship, be it friends, circles, work-related friendships, anybody you know, if they are the sort of type who seeks to dominate you and relies on you shutting the hell up, and they sort of threat you with being aggressive if you don't fall in line, those, I think, are even the very definition of toxic relationships. So, without further ado, I think that there are two different components to every human interaction. You have the verbalized section, and you have the other segment. You have the segment of unvoiced, exuded feelings. These feelings mean, is there or is there no stress? If somebody creates stress, they automatically make you feel bad. If somebody puts you at ease, they automatically, well, not necessarily make you feel good, but they don't add any problems to the relationship. They allow it to proceed. And I believe it's the proceeding which gives any relationship value or strength, as viewed by either member. So, that's about it I have for today. Thanks for listening, and bye.